Okay, let me go live.
And just me confirm that you everybody see the screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lusaka Avocado Multipurpose Cooperative. We are looking at the demonstration for xFARM. xFARM is an app that we looked at yesterday as an introduction straight after our training session. This is a more in-depth session to show how the package works. Today, we've got Paolo who's going to talk to us, and he's going to demonstrate it for us from xFARM. It's over to you, Paolo. Thank you for
Yes,
joining us.
yes, thank you too for show the interest in the application. So as you can see, the dashboard of the application. So once you have logged in the application, you will have a panoramic, let's say, of your farm that has been digitalized in the application. So you have the latest activities here in the top, and the last storage movement. Then you can see on the map all the field that has been registered with every crops. So you have it changes from color. For example, in red you have hard wheat, in yellow you have maize, purple tomatoes, and so on. Then here you have some data concerning the harvest of the last years, and also the crop production indicators. I will so in your account, because you will begin this experience with the soil moisture sensor, will be really important to see the irrigation advice. So once you install the sensor, John has done it, and he just had the sensor in the application, he told me.
Sorry,
And
Marco, could you make it bigger? Could you make it full screen?
yes, it's not a full screen now.
We've got the picture on the right and the wording on the left, but it's too small. Are you able to expand the size? If people are looking at it on the phone, a bit
Yeah,
more, almost. Yes. Oops, that's too.
okay, okay. Yes, because also as well the connection is not synchronizing really good.
Okay.
But yes, so once you go to the feed, first you're gonna install the sensors, okay? You physically install the sensor in the field, then you have to connect these sensors in the application. To do that, you see here in the top you have many features: dashboard, field, map, activity, weather, and sensor as well. So you will go on the section sensors, and here you will see the green button, new device. You click this green button, and you will insert the code of the sensors that I have taught to John. You can name the sensor, like for example, for the location he has, the name of the field. You can refer to the field. Then you select the sensor type. In this case, you will start this project with the 0 soil moisture single. So is this one, you can see. You will select this sensor, and then you can also localize the sensor in the specific map. Here you can zoom in, zoom out, and you can move the sensor wherever you want, and so you will find the right position to do. Then if when you insert the code, let's do an example. I'm inserting a random code, okay, and giving a random name, soil test, for example. You see this button now, you have a green button, you say add. You will click add, and you will see all the sensors that are connected in this way. So going back, you will see this kind of interface. You have a sensor list here, and you have all the sensors with the latest data sketched, Like, for example, this is a hair sensors is telling us that now the temperature of the air is 21 degrees, the humidity is 64%. And going on, you have another sensors like the multi-level soil moisture sensor, and you have all the parameters of the soil moisture at different level. And here every sensor has also the design, the graphic design on the side, and in the detail you can also see all the parameters. So for example, let's go in the weather station. I go on the detail, always the green button, and I can see all the elevation of the last periods. Here I have a spot where I can select the days I want to see. So here I can choose from 1 day to 90 days back. And you will see also the scale of the parameters will change as well. So here you can see the line has changed. And here you have all the 90 days trend of the air temperature, of the dew point, of the air humidity, the rain, and so on. And also possible through this export the data on a Excel file. So I click export, and I will see exactly here. I will have the Excel file with all the data collected from the device. So the sensor section is pretty easy. It's really important to monitorize the condition of the fields, and is the core, which is the irrigation advice will be based on, because you have the soil moisture sensor on the field that check the soil moisture, and the irrigation advice will set a proper amount of water to give it to the field according to the soil moisture. If you don't have any question, I will move to the irrigation advice and show you how to set a new zone. I go on, or you
Yes,
have question?
please.
Okay.
So far, is anybody on the board got any questions for Paolo so far? Mr. Piri, you've taken yourself off mute. Do you have something to say? No. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect.
Paolo.
To go to the irrigation advice through this green board, you will see here a section Other. You click Other, and here you have many features. You don't have to be scared about the the quantity of these features, because the application actually is really complex itself, but it's a thing also to be really easy to get the interaction with each feature. So you will have not all these features active on your account, because it's always better to start with few steps and to get confidence with the application. So you will have the irrigation advice, then you will have alerts, and you will have also financial, to see the trend of the economics of the farms. Go to irrigating. We go in the irrigation section. So here you can see there are already many areas that have been created. I will show you how to create a new one. You go here. So as you can see, you always have a green button, let's say, that's always ask you to create or add the things. So that's the how it works, the application. So create zone. You have to give a name. For example, let's say test. You choose the crop of the field. You have avocado, I think. So we will choose avocado. and then the system asks you to continue. So you will continue. Okay, now I have a problem because in this demo farm, I don't have any fields with avocado. So I will go back and choose another crop, for example, apple tree. And yes, now I select the field. I choose one where I have the soil moisture device. I click continue, and now he asks me the variety of the crops. I can choose one randomly. If you don't have in this list your variety of avocado, it's actually not really important because there's not so many difference from a variety to another concerning the irrigation advice. And so you can check for a similar one in the list available. But the important one is to select the correct soil texture because it changed the physic property of the soil to catch the water and to also to conserve that. So if you have, I don't know, a clay loam or a sandish soil, you will choose the more correct possible. We choose loam, for example, and you will continue. Here, the system asks you to configure your strategy. So here on the top, you can see there is standard strategy or slight stress, because in this in some crops, it can be also useful to use to give to the crop some stress, usually during the fruit, the maturation of the fruit, to get the sugar content more concentrated. But I will suggest you to start with a standard strategy that provides no deficit to the crop. But in any case, here in this diagram, you can see every phenological phase of the plants. And for each phenological phase, you can manage the major limit and the inferior limit of your humidity range. So the idea is that in your strategy, you are defining the limits where you want your soil moisture want to get in. You also have here on the left a stress level indication, like no one is around 27%, or you have a strong stress around 18% of the soil moisture humidity. Otherwise, for a first step, I will suggest you to go for the standard strategy. So select this one and don't touch this range and click just continue. Now the system asks you to select the weather station. We select a weather station and the sensors that are in the field. That's why you are configuring the zone. So you select the sensors and then you create the zone. You see entry successful, the irrigation has been created. So at the beginning, the zone will be shown like this one. You can see is not you cannot see the range, the optimal range of humidity, because the irrigation advice take 24 hours to activate from the system. But then past this time, you will have this kind of interface, so you can see the range that, for example, for this zone has been for 31% and 25%, and you can see the soil sensor is registering at 20% soil moisture. So you can see the crop is in a deficit of water, and it will suggest you here. You can see next irrigation in 0 days. It suggests you to apport 42 millimeters of water, okay, to get the soil moisture in this optimal range for the crop. That's it. So it's clear, or you have any question about this?
No, I don't have any questions. Does anybody have any questions for Paolo? I will keep an eye out on the
Also, in
channel.
creating the new zone, it's I've been clear. Maybe I went too fast, and so maybe you forgot some step. But I can show you another time if you want. But if everything is clear, we can go ahead.
Okay, Ms. Dambewe, did you have a question, sir? You've unmuted yourself. Okay. No, they don't seem to have a question. Do you want to go on?
Okay, perfect.
Thank
yes.
you.
Just check me. Let me delete this new zone that I create, because I don't want to mess the demo account. So to delete a new zone, you just go here, update, and you click delete. Are you sure you want to delete it? Yes, I am. And so the irrigation zone, it will be deleted. Now, the next step, we see sensors, we see irrigation advice, we can see the alert function. That is a feature that allow you to set a rule that alert you when a certain condition is verified in the system. For example, let's say you have been afraid for maybe some theft, and so you can set a rule concerning the sensor. So you add a new rule. You go here on this sign plus, and you set a rule about the device. So you select the sensors. For example, you want to set the alert on, and we can set, for example, this sensor, and we will choose the parameter. Okay, so now we have so for in case of a theft, we can suppose that the sensor will stop to transmit the data, and so the signal will get really low, the network signal. So for example, you set the network signal, the parameter, and the condition is like when it's less than. You can set a really low signal, like 0, for example, and you can choose the time for which this condition is lasting. So if the signal is less than 0 for 5 minutes, 1 hour, or 2 hours, alert me. We can select, for example, 1 hour, and we select continue, and then we click here the green button continue, or this other sign here plus is to set another condition. But I will suggest you to set just one condition for each rule, because otherwise you need, before to be alert, you need to have this. All the conditions have to be verified. So probably it's more simple to set just one condition. You click continue, and you set the title of this alert. Sorry, has anyone have a question?
Mr. Choa, did you have a question?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Not yet, but
Yes, of course. If I'm going fast and everything seems confusing to you, just stop me and ask me to explain again. And yes, don't be afraid to do that. So what we did now, just we set the rule to get the condition to be alert from the system. So now we just teach the system when he needs to be to alert us. Now what we are gonna do is to set the title and the text. The system we're gonna text us with the message on the phone with this title, for example, device is has low signal, and the text like I don't know, remember, go to the field and check the sensors, for example. You can set whatever you want. Check the sensor. And you have to select for this is mandatory. You have to select the mail of the account. So here, of course, is a demo account. You have many users that are able to use this account. In your case, you will have just one at the beginning. So you select that account, and then you will here you have would you also like to receive the alert by SMS? You go yes by turning green this, and you will put the mobile phone number, and then I don't know if there is for Zambia. We will check. Yes, there is, and you will put the number like this, and then you select the field also that is the sensor. Where is the sensor? Add. And you click continue. Then you have the summary. So you have the condition, you have the alert title, the message text, the mail recipients and the message recipients, and also the field associated to this alert. You click save, and you will have in this section, my rules, you will have the rule of that we have set. So here we have many rules, but I think is in the second page. Yes, you can see here, device has low signal. You can see here is green, so it means that the alert is activated, but otherwise, if you want to disable, you just click there and you disable the alert. Concerning this, basically you can set an alert for everything, like the concerning really many aspects, like from activity or simple reminder from the device, like when some condition has been verified concerning the warehouse, the loads, the irrigation as well, or the defense. And the system also suggests you some rule that are at least there are popular in our country, like the rain alert or the ice alert, and so on. And yes.
So will those have to be imported, Paolo? You know, when you're saying that the weather alerts and that sort of thing.
No, of course you always need to add a rule. So here there are just this section is just the suggested rule. So there are pre-configured, but it will ask you to add the rule. Like, yes, are you sure you want to create this alert? So the system will automatically alert for the weather, for the rain situation. And then you will set the parameter. So
Thank you. What other question was that those seem to be in Italian. Is there any setting on the system that will allow us to have it in English?
Yes, actually, it should be in English, but I don't know why now is showing the Italian language. Probably because has been released like a new version of application. You know, the IT team sometimes make to renew the application, make some how can you say?
Updates.
Yes, exactly, some
Okay.
update. So maybe sometimes it can you need to refresh
So
or
so as long as we
wait some
change the
time.
flag, it should be in English. Oh, I see what you
Yeah,
mean. Okay.
exactly. Here you see you
Yes,
see all the language,
absolutely.
and
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
but yeah. Okay. So concerning the alerts, this is also a simple tool that can be really useful to be really fast to intervene in the field. If you have some questions about this, as always, just ask. Otherwise, I will go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Another section you will have active on your account will be
Sorry,
weather.
Paolo.
Yes.
There is a question on the from Bessa.
Yes.
It says, yesterday I wasn't clear on the point. Can the sensors and the weather station work in very rural areas? So she's thinking of a farm that is deep,
Okay.
deep in a weak signal area. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Actually, the weather stations and also the soil moisture sensors has to work with a local SIM. So we already make a test with John that is working. But of course, this is a limit. So if you don't have a network on your phone, probably the device is not gonna work. So that's the limit.
So when you're
Yeah.
talking about network, is you're sort of saying about Wi-Fi. But I think
Yeah.
what Mr. Choa did was he had a SIM, so then it
Yes.
worked like a mobile, so that was
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. It's not the Wi-Fi, but it's like the operator coverage. Yes, John, I think has tried with this operator. I have the photo of the SIM. John, can you remind me the operator of your SIM that you used?
I'm using Airtel SIM.
Exactly. So for that operator, for example, the phone was working and you had a network, and also the device as well has been able to connect with the cloud actually. So it should be good to check in your future installation areas if there is at least with some companies, with some operators, there are actually network, okay, coverage. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think it should,
Yeah.
sorry. I think it should work with most of the mobile operators. MTN should work, even Zamtel should work.
Sorry, John, I heard you really bad. Can you repeat?
I'm saying it should be able to work with most of our mobile operators, either MTN or Zamtel.
Yes, yes. So yes, if the mobile is working, for sure the device also is gonna work. Yes. I don't know if I got it right and I answer you to your question, but is it okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we go to another section is weather. So the weather forecast. Yeah, basically it's pretty easy. What you're gonna do in this section is just to update your position. So you can simply insert, for example, the position here. I don't know, a city of Zambia, maybe, let's say, yeah, okay. Let's say Lusaka, for example. We can zoom and we can just point at the place where you're gonna set this weather forecast. And then you will save this. I don't want to save because I don't want to change the demo account, but you're gonna click save here, and the weather tool will automatically catch the position and provide you the weather forecast. The weather forecast is set on 1 week forward, and so you have so like the normal weather forecast, maximum and minimum temperature, rain and wind forecast. But a nice features that our weather service is offering is also okay, the probability of precipitation. Also, this in the bottom, you have the spraying. So he suggests you concerning the weather, the optimal time to make some spraying, for example, for make treatment for the adversities. Basically, maybe if there is too much wind, it will not suggest you to go on the field, and so you will see the green period is the best time to make the spraying treatment. And another thing is also the seedability. You will see according to the weather forecast, for this kind of crops, it will suggest you if it's good to go on the field and make the seeding or not. Because from the weather, it can also guess the environmental condition that is better for the plants to germinate, and also the soil to be plugged, and so on. This is actually the easiest features of the platform, because you just need to set the position, updating this, and then after 24 hours the system will run, and it will show this interface for every day. You can see all the parameters of the weather. And then I think we have almost done. Let me check just another thing. Yes, so another thing is the storage. Exactly, the storage. You have storage and product section are related. So basically, this is useful to digitalize your inventory and your store of product in your warehouse. So first of all, in product, you can see you can add all the chemicals, seeds and plants, fertilizers, and others, and you can add all the products you have. Some of them already exist, and you have here, for example, for the chemicals, you have some products that are already in our database. I don't know actually in Zambia if the products that are used in agriculture are the same, but you can just if you don't find this product in this label, you can just add one, and you select the plant application, the adversity pest, and then you can add. No, sorry, here you add here in add product, the green button. and you will see the fertilizers, chemicals, seeds, or other. You will go to chemicals. You will insert the product name, the type, and all the characteristic. And so when you have the product, then you will be able also to create a warehouse. So you go here and you go to storage and you create the new stock. You create a new stock. You give it a name. You put also the address if you want, and then you will add. Here in the parameter in the visual, you have all the warehouse you have created. For example, here it has shown the tank of the gasoline, or maybe you have the warehouse of the chemicals. I'm sorry because some texts are in Italian, but I will translate you on this meeting. It should be fine in the future days that you will have all the text in English. You can see also the detail of all the warehouse you have created. And so when you want to add a new product on a specific warehouse, you just go on the new product green button, and you add, and you select the specific warehouse you create. This one enable asset offloading, means that once you enter this product in your warehouse, when you register an activity in the field, and for example, you're doing some chemical treatment against some pathology, you will, in the activity, you will add for sure the quantity of product you are going to use in that treatment. And so this asset will automatically betray the quantity from your warehouse. Is it clear? This thing?
Yes,
okay, I will show you then how to track an activity, but it's pretty easy. Just to finish, to complete this section, is like you select the warehouse, you select the product, the description, and then you put the quantity and the unit, and then you click add. And so you will, in this way, you will create the inventory of your warehouse. And going on activity, this is really helpful, for example, because in Italy, all the farmers are due to have a register of all the field activities, because then they have to release to the certification entities to get some certifications like biological and so on. And to create an activity, you just click here. You always see this green button and create activity. And what you're gonna do is select the field where you're gonna do, or where you're gonna plan to do this activity. You select one field. You can also select all the field if you're sure that you're gonna do this operation for each field of the farm, and then you add. Once you select the fields, you choose the date you're gonna do this activity. Let's say tomorrow, for example. You select the type, and for example, it will be, I don't know, let's say harvesting. And this is the status. So here is done. Here is to do. So this is a plan activity in this case is an activity that has been done. So I will suggest you, for example, to track the activity once you did in the field. On your mobile, it's quite easy. You go to harvest. At the end of the harvesting, you select the harvesting, you select the quantity you have harvest. Let's say, I don't know, 100 kilos. And then you leave it done and you save. And you will have in your activity register. Here, for example, you have a demo of all the activities that have been done. You see here the status, for example, on the 5th of October, they've been defending treatment and so on. For example, on 21 of September, they've done a feeding, giving some nitrogen. And you can export as well this register of the activities through this button, and you can export by field or by all together, and you can also choose which kind of crops you want to have the activities, and also the management type, like if it's biological or traditional, and so on. Another things is this one. Yes, here you have the complete task. Then you have the plan task in case you have to do, still have to do the activities. And we can see here, for example, we have a seeding of maize, corn, on 13th of October. To trace the activity, usually is really comfortable to use the mobile application on the phone, because you are in the field, and so you don't have the computer, you have the mobile phone, and you can easily track your activity you're gonna do in the field. And this is it. You have, for example, some doubt or something is not clear for this section, or also concerning the warehouse or product, I can go back. I think is it clear? So if everything is clear, I will show you the last feature you will have, that is financial. And actually this this section is the most complicated of the application, because of course have to be the most precise as possible, to refer all the cost, the operating cost, and the revenues. They have to be defined. So basically, here, the first page, it will show you an overview of the cost and the revenue of the farm, of the entire farm. To have this panoramic, let's say, we need to set the cost and the operating cost. So we go to cost, and system error. Okay. We have, for example, miscellaneous invoice. So this is concerning the invoice. The invoices, for example, the energy, electric energy cost, or for example, for the I don't know, other cost of purchase that has been from other societies. And you add just here, you need you can add to a new product invoice or a new generic invoice, and you will define the date, the type is, for example, is purchase. You have to select the supplier, and then you set the document number, the category, and the amount of this this invoice, and then you will create this invoice. Or instead, if you want to, you buy a new product, you insert the new product, the invoice of this new product, and so you can also select here the supplier and the document number, and so on. To see this list of supplier, you need to to insert manually in the section, in the settings. You have settings section. You go on supplier here, and you will add, for example, your supplier company that you are gonna deal with it. Sorry. So they ask you to put the company name, the address, and all the characteristic, and then you will add. So you can select in the financial cost, you can refer to this supplier. And the same thing is for the client, that are the client that you are selling your product, actually. And so go back to financial. These are the cost, variable cost, actually. And then you have the fixed cost, that are the operating cost, that are concerning for example, the menu, the personal cost of the employment. And you will gonna set also the operation cost for the operation of the field, like plowing, digging, and so on. You go here, you click, and you will set the wait a moment, because you go here in cost configuration. Sorry, this is the cost list, and it show you what you set. But to set, you go to cost configuration, and here exactly you have the possibility to set the cost per hectare, for example, for the machinery. You can set the cost per hectare, the hourly cost, and this is for the machinery. Then you have the personal, also the operation, feeding, pruning, so on. And so this is it's a big, it takes a big effort to set all these operational costs. It's up to you, maybe, if you want to try. You have it activated in your account. You can choose if you want to try to experiment with this module, but I will suggest you to go step by step with this application, just beginning maybe with the activity, the sensors, the irrigation advice. It still can give a great help to your farm management. But then, yes, as the same things for the cost, you have the revenues. So you just going to add a new crop yield or another miscellaneous income, and you have the total amount of your revenues. And this have to be set the most precise as possible to get this overview that we have seen at the beginning. So here you can see the cost during the year and the revenue in green. It also show you the net profit. In this case, in this demo account, is not worth it because it's too much cost and not a good profit. But just to show you how the system it works. So actually, this is a simple operation. Is like the net is the revenues minus the cost, and you will see these important things is the profit per crops. So it will show you the each crops which is the most performance crops and also field. Okay, we can see, for example, for apple tree. No, sorry. For the crops, I think is no. Each show is not for the crops, but for the fields, but it's just for the crops. So it will show you every crops the profit, the net profit of your crops. Yeah, that's it. So it's still many things. You have many things to get confident with. So there are many features, and so maybe now I think you feel like there are too many things to learn. But if you get one section for another, is it's good. Concerning this financial section, you have doubt or particular question? Sorry, here you have crop margins. In this section, you select the commodity and the variety, hard wheat, for example, and you select the field, and you have how much that field, the specific field, the margins. So how much you get from that specific crop, from that specific field. And I think this is really important and useful to know in the management, because you can easily find out which is the more efficient field of your farm. And yes, I'm sorry for this because the revenues here are 0, so it's really sad. But because this is just a demonstration account, so everything is like set randomly, let's say. But yes, if you don't have any question, I don't want to tire you anymore. And so yes, we can we have finished basically.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Well,
Go ahead, Mr. Chella.
There's the part where even at challenges when setting up the field.
Setting
How
up
do
the
you set up
field.
the field?
The field,
Yes,
you mean?
that's where I think.
Yes, the fields.
Yes.
This section, you mean? To create a new field on the
yes,
on the application.
Yes, because most of the farmers stay in different locations and their farms are somewhere else, and we want to set up the field.
Yes. So basically, yes, you have the chance to draw your fields going to the map. So you go on the field section, you click the button New Field. It will bring you to the map here. So now here we are, for example, in Italy, but you don't you don't really see all these black windows, because this is like an advanced program, an advanced user, but you will just see this map, and you will click new field, and you select draw here, and you're gonna draw your field. It's like a easy system point. You make a line, another point, another point, another point, and then you point again the start point, and the field will be closed. Then you enter the name of the field and you create. Successful operation. So then in field section, you will see this new field in this list. Let me check, because we have many fields. I call it test. We can also use a search tool to find easily the field. So what I'm gonna do here, I go to here to the tail, visual list, and the tail. I go to the tail and I search for test. Here? No. It's not this one. Probably it didn't create my field. Let's do again. From map. Ah, here. Yes, I have. Okay. I don't know why. I should see also in fields, but I cannot look it for it. Oh, yes, here. Test. I click it. This is the field I draw, but you can see also in the map, for example, you can see the field is black because has no crop inside already. So what we're gonna do is going always in the tail and add the crop. So for example, we want to plant avocado. On this here, we're gonna click here, add crop. There is this green button. Then avocado, we can say is a multi-annual crop. So I will just turn green this button. I put the date of planting. I put the date of the end of this field. Let's say 30 years, maybe, can be. So for example, 2050. And you select the crop, avocado, in this case. Look, here you have the variety. Exactly. Here in our system, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 varieties of avocado. So if you have other varieties, we can just tell us. Maybe we can update our database, and or at least you can use the similar one variety to yours. And you see here also this area I draw tell me as well how many hectares is the land. In this case is 97. I draw a really big field. But by the way, I will add this avocado crop, and then if I see here in the tail, or also even in map, for example, I will be able to see exactly the field. This one is turned red because it got the crops. Another things important of the application is that every module is more or less interconnect. So from map, for example, I can track a new field without going on the field section, or from the map, I can click the field and I can trace a new activity. For example, here you see the orange button that automatically bring me to the activity section to create the activity I want to do. Always from map, it's possible also to set the navigation here with the blue button. It will set you, it will open you on Google Maps the road to follow to reach that field. Or you can also insert a new note. For example, note also is free to use. And for example, if you go on the field and you see a beginning of, I don't know, of a fungus attack on the plants, you can track that observation. And so you click new note, and you see this note, you can move easily on the field to put it in the specific point where you see the pathogen attack, for example. And you can here you can give a name, select the type, for example, disease or parasite, pest, what else. You put the date, and this is also useful to use the phone, because it's possible to attach photos. For example, you put the photos of the disease, and maybe you want to tell your employees to go there and take out the plants with the tractor, and to eradicate the pest, the beginning of the pest. And so these can be useful also for the management of the farm. So also, yes, you have the note section that is quite useful. Yes, I confirm. And you can see all these things, I just did it by clicking the field that I see in the map. Then also in section fields, for example, under every field, you see add activity if I want to track the activity on that field. Yeah, and this I think it's already, yeah, it's complete. So just need sometimes I always I never get tired to repeat this, but to get confident, just take one features by time, because otherwise it's gonna be really confusing. But yeah, also this section, is it clear, John? I answer to your necessity.
That's why I've had challenges, because if you log into my account, I've fixed the password, you find that I drew in the wrong place, the field. It's somewhere else. And so,
Okay.
which means I have to delete that field and redraw it somewhere else, isn't it?
Yes, because probably you didn't already have tracked the fields. Can be.
Because I was drawing remotely, I wasn't in the field. And I think where I was drawing, it was at someone else's farm.
Okay, but now you are in your account.
Yes.
Okay.
I've sent you the password. Yeah.
Okay, let me go to your account, because I can figure out better your necessity. So, did you got the password?
Yes,
Yes,
I've
I've
sent you the
password.
Okay. Ah, yes, okay. So, allora, I want to get your email. So if you can see my screen, you can just drive me through the section that is not clear to you. Let me just log in.
While you're logging in, how many fields can you have? Yeah, so that's the wrong field.
Okay,
That's not my
yes.
field.
You can have, there's no limit in the number of the fields you can track. And so you can track thousands of fields, actually. Yes, okay. If I go on map, for example, English. So you think you're saying that this is not the correct position of your field?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. But can you figure out more or less where we are here in the zone, in this area of the map?
Not really, not here, but I probably need to be there. I'm not too sure. I haven't. What about if I use the coordinates? I did take some coordinates using the phone.
Yeah.
How can that help?
Yes, you can use the phone to recognize the position you are. Actually, if you go on the on your phone, you click this arrow, let's say, it should geolocalize you. Maybe it's not too precise, but at least it should show you the area you are. But here, for example, you cannot recognize the field. I think it's not, for example, one of these. If you see my feed in my screen, so for you it's difficult to recognize.
No, it's not one of them.
Okay, but for you it's difficult to recognize your avocado field from a satellite map. Did you understand my question? From a map like this?
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. From a map like this, you will be able to recognize your field?
Mr. Chowa, he's asking if you are able to identify your field from the map. Okay, you're not able to see whether you're in the right place or to follow one of the neighbors to see where you are?
No, I'm not able to.
Okay. I mean,
someone here, no.
Okay. Do you have the coordinates?
No, I probably have to redo this. I have to redo this.
Marco, can we do this with coordinates if you had them?
Exactly. Yes. If you have coordinates, you can here. You can go in the map. You can here insert the coordinate.
Do you have them, Mr. Chowa?
GPS coordinate.
Yes.
I think to insert here in this toolbar, where is the LAN, and it will bring you to the. I will make an example. For I take a random point from Google Map.
Marco, can I send you some coordinates?
Oh yes, also as well.
To paste into there. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine.
Want to see your field leader?
Yes, Mr. Chowa, you're not the only one having fun here. Marco is. Oh, I'm looking for Marco. It's Paolo, isn't it?
Yes.
Sorry.
I mean, it's Paolo.
I was looking for Marco. Okay, there we go. Oops. Paolo, how do you? Oh, I can't see you on my WhatsApp.
I will text you. So
Oh, thank you. That'll be perfect. Oh, there you are. Yes, thank you for the text.
okay.
So there's my
Oh,
farm. Oops.
okay.
Uh,
Also, John has sent me the position. Actually, I can use that one. Or that the coordinate you have sent. Which is the best, John or yours?
John, you can use John's if you found it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've sent him the position.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if it's work.
And other maps are based on Google Maps or live updates. So is it Google Earth?
Yes, no, it's Google Map. We are connect with Google Maps. Yes. Actually, no, it's not working at all.
Is that John's or mine?
Is it John's? But I take
Yes.
the coordinate from
Missing
Google
some
Maps.
number.
Yeah, I try with this one. Maybe it's different.
But that's a location for the sensor.
Okay. No, it's not looking for any. No. Yeah, because John, this position that the application is showing is setting from the position you set when you add the sensor, right?
When I sent, yes.
So
And that's a
okay.
reading for the sensor. You can see there.
Yeah. So actually, this can be a problem because so, for example, our users in Italy or in Europe usually know from the map, the satellite map, where the fields are. Maybe yes, you have a different situation, and so it could be useful to implement this tool and be able to insert the GPS position of the map, because actually it's not working at all. It's powered, but it's not working. Maybe it's this. No. No.
So why do you think by just going to the field, then you draw is the best way, isn't it? When actually on the field.
Yes, usually or maybe usually the fastest way to draw the field is looking the field from the satellite map and recognize the the plot. No. It's not okay.
Probably you could try it in as coordinates.
I take the village. I think Cafu Estate is the closest village to you.
To who? To John or to me?
To John.
Okay.
What's a village name?
Cafu Estate. You can see on my screen.
Cafu Estate.
No, it's a bit far further.
Okay. Because from your position on GPS position, it show me that yes, it's close to Cafue. You see here the address he told me, but yeah, it's not the same. We need to actually implement this feature to be able to put the GPS position on this map on xFARM, because if I go here, it's not working. It's not looking for anything, and so yeah, I will take the point, and I will text you an email maybe or a WhatsApp to make an update to this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes, but a good point, and thank you to underline this necessity.
Can you try mine, Marco? I mean, Paolo, sorry.
Yes, yes, I can try, but yeah. Hello, so your is this one. I will see in Google Maps first.
Yep.
Okay. Did you recognize? Okay.
That is my farm.
Okay,
The red dot
perfect.
is where the.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So let's
If
try the
I,
system then.
yeah, if I paste in the system, let's see. No.
Okay, Bessa, you know where to find me now.
Yeah. So what will we do now? But is I will look for the, okay, Chilanga, for example, is the town, the village you are. I will go here and paste, so I can, yes, actually see. And then I will do the confrontation, you know, from here. Where is the city here? Chilanga?
No, there's no, I don't know, Mr. Choa, Lusaka West. There's no city there. Lusaka, it comes under Kafue, I suppose, but there's no.
Okay.
The
Yes,
nearest
I
is.
think even Google Maps cannot, because Google Maps tell me your farm is close to the city of
Chilanga.
Chilanga.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
It's
that's
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. But where is the city from respect to your farm? The city is north, south.
It's not the dot that you can see there. Nope.
No, I
That
cannot
red
see
dot,
it.
it's not it. Okay.
Wait, I can do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chilanga to the coordinate.
Okay. So, it's quite far. It's quite far. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the application, it's not worth it to do like this because it's too mechanic.
Okay.
So maybe it's like here.
But then I don't understand. Why can't your application use coordinates?
I don't know actually. So this point I have to ask to my IT teams.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it's not difficult to update this thing. So what I will do is just to advise you and let you know when it's possible to do this.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Yes,
fine.
because otherwise it's not doesn't worth it to to look the position like this with Google Maps. So yeah, I will let you know when it will be possible to put the GPS position, so you can also easily draw your fields in the correct location.
Thank you.
Paul, can you talk more? You talked about the diseases and you didn't, and what do you have the technology you have about on the pest control and
Oh,
diseases?
yes. So actually, we have models. I don't know actually for avocado if we already have some provisional models for the pest management. But actually, what you need to have for to have this feature is a specific sensors, so an IoT device that it's an artificial leaf that simulates and catch how long the leaf has been wet. And so because this is the condition for the pest and the fungus to proliferate, and then to associate these data with the weather conditions, and this model just tell you when you have the probability of attack of this pathogen, and also the risk depending on the probability of this pest to proliferate, you know, because for example you don't have the perfect condition for the pathogen to develop, and so the system will recognize this from all the parameters, environmentals, and also from this device of this sensor, the xLeaf, and it will suggest you when it's useful to make a treatment or not. But for this, for sure, if you buy this, so I talked with Marco, your deal was for the soil moisture device and the irrigation advice. If you want to think about with pest disease, you should, for sure, you need more hardware. And so yes, each device for every rural area you want to monitor. And this, I can show you these sensors. Is in YouTube also, and it's called xLeaf. And is this one. Can you see my screen on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. So xLeaf is these sensors. You see? Here, for example, you have vineyards. So you can see the X node is the same of the soil sensor, but the sensor is not going on under the soil, but is in the vegetation of the plants. In the way he can catch the condition of the the microclimates that is in the vegetation, and there is the area where the pathogens proliferate, and so you need these sensors to be able to use the defense zone. Okay, so for this, if you are really interested, you can talk with Marco to reach a purpose of a new setup, but you cannot have for sure the defense advice without this device. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe you can start with the water management for this year, for this season, and then you can also see if you're happy with this and you find it's useful. You can also try to experiment the xLeaf sensor, this one, and or I don't know, but I will suggest you to talk maybe with Marco to talk with about this. Yeah. Oh, is it okay?
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you all for your patience, and I will stay available for sure for maybe other session if you need.
Yes, there's one
Maybe.
question, Paolo.
Yeah. Yeah.
What connectivity does the leaf disease monitoring sensor need? Similar requirements in terms of the SIM or something else?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. It's the same of the soil sensor. Then we need to. I need to underline one thing. These soil sensors or leaf sensor, for example, you have two versions. You have the version with the SIM inside that are autonomous. Instead, we have LoRa versions. So basically, you need to see the data of these LoRa devices. You need a weather stations, because the weather station has the SIM and catch also the data from the others individual sensors, LoRa device, that communicate with each others. But the problem here is that with one weather station, you can have the devices only in a 2.5 kilometers area. So for if you have a weather station and a LoRa device that is 5 kilometers away from the weather station, you will not able to see the data of the individual device because it cannot communicate with the weather stations. I don't know if I explained good, but so basically these devices can have, if they have the SIM inside, of course they are more expensive, but also they are automatic. Let's say they are individual, they don't need to communicate with the weather station to transmit the data. If you have the LoRa devices, is cheaper, but you need to keep in mind that one weather station just can communicate with 2.5 kilometers far devices. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chowa. Anybody have any other questions?
No, just one more question. The irrigation module, is it
Yes.
possible to implement where you can irrigate remotely? Where you
Sure.
can automate the irrigation? Yes.
I mean to activate the pump remotely.
Yes.
Yes, it's possible. For that, we need another specific tool that we are developing. We have already developed, but just this summer. So it's not integrated in xFARM application already, but you need to take another web app to see that. And this automation is a box that has a SIM inside, and you have a connection, an electric connection with the pump and the valves, and you can from your phone decide when to run and for which period, how long you want to the irrigation system watering or not. I can show you a picture of this. I just installed one yesterday, and so the box is this one. It's called xHydro, and you see in this box you have two cables, electric cables, that are connect with electro valves. Okay, that opens and close the system, and this is also connect with another. In this setup, we also had another box that was this one that was connected with the pump. So this is the pump control, and remotely you can turn on the pump and decide which valve open. So in this case, you can decide, open the valve on the right, open the valve on the left remotely, you know. And this is what we also manage, of course. And I don't know if you talk about this with Marco already. Probably yes. John?
No, we haven't.
No?
But
Okay.
we haven't.
Yes, if you think you are interested, but this kind of device, of course, require a kind of irrigation setup. You know, this is a really specific electrovalves, so they have to be adaptable to our automatic box.
Oh,
So you cannot do with no this kind of electrovalves, and also the pump as well have to have need to have some characteristic to be connected with this. But we can say this is the newest and the most advanced technology you can see on the market, actually, in our country, because actually to control the irrigation remotely, it's a really good advantage, you know. Yes, if you're interested to this as well, you can take the point and talk with Marco for the project. But I will because for now they tell me that you take the deal for the 30 soil moisture devices and 30 irrigation zone advice. Is it correct?
yes, we want to try. We want to see if they can get at least 30 people to try the
Exactly.
app. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, so you can take the time to get confident with all I explained to you this evening, and I think it's quite much things, and I think it will not be too easy to get confident with all these things, but if you take one feature by another, it will be okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank you
that's
all
brilliant.
for the interest, and
Thank
I will let you know, I think on WhatsApp I can, about this GPS for the field tracking,
Mhm.
and then I stay available maybe to make other shorter sessions, maybe focused on just one module, maybe. During this time
Yeah.
you're gonna use the application, okay?
Do you also have like a mini series, sort of like you're saying function by function? Do you
Yeah.
either have leaflets for each function, or do you have like a series of videos that sort of demonstrate specific functions, so that we can put it all together in a database so that people can go at it at their own pace
Yes,
after we've, yep, okay, that sounds
I
good.
will for sure. For the next week, maybe I
Mm,
can link you this tutorial. We have tutorial, and
okay,
so we can share to you with and so in the way you can also see to the other people these tutorials.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Yes.
it. And thank you for
Yeah.
your time. We appreciate it. We look forward to trying it out and to
Yeah.
making sure things work
Okay. Yes.
for us.
Good luck
Thank
with that.
you.
Yeah.
We'll wait to hear from you about the GPS.
Yes. Sure.
Okay.
So for sure will be next week, because now my colleagues are not working anymore
No problem.
for
Of
the
course.
weekend.
That's
But
okay.
yes, I will come back to you for sure.
Thank you. Good
Okay.
evening. Thank
Good
you. Good
evening
evening,
to you,
Paolo.
everybody.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. 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 Bye.